welcome back. Welcome to a new video. I'm hoping by the time I'm posting this video that I'm back on it with consistent uploads. Fingers crossed. I'm now back from holiday. I've been back for about a week and I'm ready to get back into the swing of things, both YouTube wise for me and for other people as well. So the next few weeks are really going to be me trying to figure out some sort of routine and schedule for doing freelance work, for doing my own videos, and then also like making sure I have enough time to relax and not overwork myself. Yeah, this week is going to be me figuring out what I need to do when. I also am going to be starting to edit for some more people, hopefully. So I really need to be organised with what I'm doing when and be on my A game, essentially. I'm super excited for that though, and yeah, welcome to this weekly vlog. We're quickly going to flash back a week because, as I mentioned, my graduation was the day after we got back from holiday. I can't lie, I didn't get much footage, definitely not enough to put it into its own vlog, so we're gonna put it here and then carry it on with the weekly vlog. So yeah, that was graduation. It was definitely more low-key for me. I didn't really feel the best up to taking pictures and everything. I kind of felt really tired, quite off. I got some professional photos, definitely not great, but my mum convinced me to get some professional photos because she really wanted one. And that was literally it. But anyway, it is Monday, it is a new week. We're going to be getting on with some editing work today. I actually had a call this morning regarding that work, which is going to be a new part of the week, basically. And is just going to set off my week really nicely, make sure I'm up early, make sure I know what I need to be doing that week. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really beneficial part of the week and start of the week as well. So that is basically what I'm doing today. I do also really want to go and see the new Twisters movie in cinema at some point this week. I might drag my mum to come with me. Yeah, I really want to see it. I do need to watch the first one before I go and see it. It's a bit of a Top Gun Maverick situation where I haven't watched the original, but I want to watch the original before I watch the new one. But anyway, for now, I'm going to get on with some editing work and get myself feeling good, get a good start to the week, a really productive start to the week as well. And yeah, I will catch up at some point. Good morning, it's now Wednesday. I've spent the entirety of yesterday and Monday getting a video done. That is pretty much done now. I just need to add the final touches, which I do need stuff sent across for. Okay, so as I mentioned on Monday, I really want to go see the new film Twisters, which is a remake of the 1996 film Twister, which I would love to watch first just to see if there's any similarities, what they've changed, how they've basically built upon that premise. So I think it's a similar case to Top Gun Maverick, where you don't necessarily need to have watched the first one to understand the second one, but it definitely helps. So I'm going to watch the first one today, and then hopefully at some point in this week we can go and see the new one. And then beyond that, I haven't fully decided what I want to watch yet, but I do have a lot of films on my watch list on Letterboxd, so I'm going to probably pick some off there and we can watch them.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things.
Okay, I've just finished Twisters. I did also get some flowers from my mum in the time that I was watching that film. I think that was an alright film to me. There was moments that it really grabbed my attention and I was really hooked into the storyline. And then there was like low points where like my attention was gone and I was on my phone for those moments. So it was a bit 50-50. I feel like it definitely had my attention in them high risk situations where there was actually tornadoes happening and stuff and characters were like at risk and stuff. I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but then when like nothing really was happening or it was more like just waiting for the next tornado, then it kind of just fell a bit flat in them areas for me personally. I do also think the special effects definitely haven't aged well. There was some where you could literally see like where it had been added, which is obviously just the development of technology, but it's also really interesting to see how, like if I go watch Twisters this week, how much the technology will improve that concept. I did really enjoy it. As I said, the visuals were so good. There was certain shots where I was looking at it and I was like, chef's kiss. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Hopefully the new one is better. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it based on that premise, but like better cinematic techniques and stuff and a bit more plot, I think would do it justice. As you can tell, I'm back from the cinema. I'm slightly energetic right now, and that is because that film was absolutely incredible. I feel like the chemistry between all the characters was incredible. We had like the platonic relationship of Javi and Tyler. No, what am I on about? We had the platonic relationship of Javi and Kate, and then the slightly more romantic tension relationship between Kate and Tyler. Can we also just take a second to mention the fact that there's 2 Sally Rooney universe actors in this film and they both did incredible. I'm definitely glad I watched the old one as a point of comparison because I feel like this one had a more substantial plot. I feel like we were rooting for the characters more. We got thrown straight in with the trauma and having to overcome that. As I said, the characters felt more developed and it actually felt like we had something to root for throughout the entirety of the movie. And it was building up to something, which I won't say what, but yeah. And then, as suspected, the visual effects in this new film were so much better than the old one, but that's just a given with when they were shot. I also don't know if it's a fair comparison given I watched this one in the cinema and I watched the old one right here in my room. So there isn't that sound immersion and like the big screen. So maybe it would have fared slightly better in the cinema. But I also do think that the technological development since 1996 meant that it was never going to be able to match up to the new one. I do also love that you don't need to have seen the old one to understand the new one. My mum hadn't seen the old one and she still really enjoyed it. But having said that, I have seen the old one and so many of the choices that were made in this new one only become purposeful when you have seen the old one. For example, and I don't think this is spoilers, but if you don't want them choices revealed to you right now, then maybe skip ahead a little bit. But the red truck, the Dorothy situation, and I also really loved that a point of destruction was in the cinema, which obviously references the old film as well. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I came out of the cinema feeling so inspired, which I feel like a good film is designed to do. Dare I say, I think it is better than the original, but I also do recognise that a lot of the points that I found clever and made me enjoy it wouldn't have been possible without that original film, because part of why I loved it so much was that it paid homage to the original. But it definitely did feel faster paced, more engaging, and you can tell it was filmed this year as opposed to 1996, obviously. So I gave it a 4.5 stars. I don't think it's quite at the 5-star yet, and I was floating between a 4 and a 4.5. So at the moment, I think it's a 4.5. But in the next few days, depending how much I think about it and stuff, it could drop down to a 4. Likewise, it could go up to a 5. I'm not sure. So I'm just gone right bang in the middle and gone with a 4.5. I'm also so glad that I went to watch this film in the cinema. And in the words of Harry Styles himself,
feels like a movie.